Scouser's Garage. I just wanted to do a little update video. Currently in between a few different videos. I'm cleaning out the engine bay at the moment, but that's going to take a week or two maybe to record. I work full time and I do things at the weekend, so I don't often get the time to do the maintenance that I want to do, but I managed to get by. But yeah, quick update on the car. It's just had a service, so it's had its oil changed, its oil filter changed, obviously, genuine OEM Honda part. We had the brake fluid changed and also the gearbox oil changed, and that has made a huge difference in the shifter. I opened this up and replaced some of the parts, some of the plastic shifter parts. I'm hoping to do another video on that because I think I need to just put in a little bit more of the Honda high temperature grease in there as well. So I'll do another video on that soon, but that combined with the new gearbox oil has made a huge difference. So yeah, it's driving like a dream at the moment. I've got I'm slightly over on the service intervals. I go by changing the oil and filter every 4,000 miles. Some do slightly less than that. Obviously Honda recommend, from new it was recommended probably about 8,000 or 9,000 miles. So yeah, it was been overdue by about 500 miles. I did 4,500 miles since the last change. But yeah, as I say, driving like a dream. Also got an update on the filming. So the YouTube channel's going really well. Thank you to everyone that's subscribing. I have bought a couple of new GoPro cameras. I bought some GoPro 7 Hero Whites, which are absolutely useless. They're fine for recording just basic footage, but if you want any control over the footage that you're getting, I recommend don't get them at all. There's a feature on the Black series of cameras called ProTune, which basically allows you to do all the manual settings that you get in a normal camera. I've had one or two comments on the videos, rightly so, that the footage is quite shaky and juddery. I'm filming at a high frame rate. The shutter speed is off the charts. It's 1,000th of a second, 2,000th of a second. So it looks weird. There's a rule to go by if you're really into your kind of cinematic look. If you're filming at 24 frames per second, which is the usual sort of movie frame rate, then you should have a shutter speed set to 1/48th of a second. So the shutter is open for a 24th of a second and then closed again for another 24th of a second. So the shutter speed of 1/48th makes your footage look really good. Obviously in bright light, even when you push the sensitivity of the camera right down so it's less sensitive to the light, you're massively overexposed. So I've had to buy a set of new filters. There are there's the Polar Pro filters specifically for the GoPro Black cameras, which are 90 quid a set, and that is a lot of money. They're great little filters because they just clip onto the lens really nicely. But I've gone for a set on Amazon which are just £10 for a set. So you've got an ND32, an ND16 and an ND8. Basically they're just kind of semi-opaque pieces of glass, like welded glass, that don't let in the vast majority of the light, which means that without having control over the aperture, which you can't on the GoPros, you can limit the shutter speed down to that 1/48th of a second. So it's a really bright sunny day here, and just about all the driving that I'm doing in the summer, I'm going to be using this ND32 filter. I looking straight at the camera and I can't see the actual the lens. It's such an opaque piece of glass that's in front of it. So that is blocking out a huge amount of the light. So yeah, this is really great. I can get my 24 frames per second footage, and it doesn't look juddery, and you get a bit of motion blur at the sides. I still need to test these filters on the actual outside cameras because they do jut out to the camera quite a bit. I'm wondering if they're going to increase the wobble on the camera. The one on the windscreen, for instance, the wind hits it quite a speed, especially when you're doing 50-60 miles an hour or more, which I don't. But the protrusion from the side and the extra kind of surface area that the wind is hitting is probably going to cause a bit of a vibration. That being said, the GoPro Hero 7 Black, which I'm using here, has got the Hyper Smooth, I think it's called. Basically stabilises the footage really well if you're running anything less than 4K. So I'm recording on 2.7K. This video is going to get really nerdy. It already has got nerdy, but yeah, 2.7K. The camera can capture 4K, and it's capturing little bits around the side of the frame as well. And and when that wobbles and vibrates, then the sensor can allow for that, so it records a little bit around the side and then just evens it out, so it's quite clever. But this is the first time I've actually used the Hero 7 Black actually recording. No mics at the moment. I'm still waiting for I've got DJI Osmo Pocket, and they seem to have only produced about 10 or 15 of these little 3.5mm adapters. So I ordered one from Hong Kong and it didn't arrive. I ordered one from a drone shop, which I won't mention, and I've still got that order going, but that's going to take ages to arrive. They're awaiting stock, even though I was led to believe that they had stock. I've also ordered one from Wex Photo, which were in stock and they've been dispatched, so fingers crossed that'll come this week. That will allow me to use my external microphones to record sound with the DJI Osmo. At the moment I'm currently using my Nikon D850 DSLR to record video, and it gets very hot because the sensor doesn't like recording video. It's very much a stills camera, so it's a little bit iffy at the moment, but the GoPro is doing a good job of recording the sound from in the cabin. Obviously when it's out on the wing or up on the windscreen, it just records wind noise. It's useless. But yeah, I'm enjoying producing these videos. There's going to be a lot more of them soon. I'm going to be at the Sherborne Classics and Supercar show, and that is next Sunday, or the Sunday after next, I can't remember. I'll put the date in on the screen here. But yeah, if you're around the area, be sure to check it out. It's a huge show. I went last year. I went on the day Classics. Didn't actually book the car in, and it's a really good show. You can spend all day there. Loads of stalls, loads of supercars to see, loads of classic cars to see. Some not so classics. I think it was a Skoda Yeti in there for one year. And a couple of Honda S2000s as well as mine last year, so I think one of the organisers has got one. That's how I pulled in. He said, "Oh, I've got one of those," and it was on display. But yeah, if you're in the area, you've got nothing to do on that Sunday, be sure to check it out. Come and say hi. I will be in Field A along with all the other classic cars. I've got new stickers that I've added, so I got my YouTube channel and Instagram account up on there. And yeah, as I say, there will be lots more videos coming soon. I didn't order the oil for the differential, so I'm going to be doing that myself. I've got the parts coming, the Mobil 175W90 oil, a little syringe so I can transfer it in, a couple of new washers, bolts, a torque wrench, so I know that I need to tighten it up to 33 pound-feet of torque, I think, for the drain bolt. So I'm going to be attempting to do that myself, which will be fun. As I say, I live in a flat and I have a parking space, but not much else. I don't have a garage, I don't have a lift or anything like that, so it's all very much, what's the phrase, Heath Robinson. It's all a bit fly-by-wire sort of thing. But yeah, this is pretty much it for that video. As I say, this is just me testing out the GoPro and just giving you an update on what I've been up to. So hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. There'll be lots more videos on my 1999 Japanese import Honda S2000 coming soon. Give this video a like, give me a comment if you've got any suggestions or any feedback about the video so far, and I will see you in a video soon.